Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, our Patriot Bald Eagle. If you have to hit pause on this video to get your coffee or whatever beverage you deem necessary, go ahead and do that now, as this will be a lengthy discussion. Okay, so we have some things we have to discuss tonight, guys. We're noticing a lot of store brand products go up in price. If you watched our video where I went shopping at Dollar General, one thing that I noticed, and I kind of put a lot more together after this video, a lot of Clover Valley products are going up in price. But we're not just seeing it here. We're seeing it on a lot of different store brands. A lot of different store brands. A lot of you guys have commented lately on how a lot of store brands have gone up at Meijer. We have seen that over time. It's the slow increase with places like Meijer and Kroger, but we do continue to see price increases there as well. Some of you have commented about Walmart, which I need to get back to Walmart. It's been a little while. Haven't noticed anything at Aldi as far as some, because a lot of their brands are coming in from the outside in. No specific Aldi brand other than brands that they deal with, like Savorites, and some other ones like Millville and some different brands like that. Specially Selected being one of them, which some of those prices have gone up too. But where we're noticing this is places like Dollar Tree, and whether it's shrinkflation or whether it's new added products. Now I want to talk a little bit about Dollar General, because a lot of people have been saying that Dollar General prices can range depending on what state you are in, and that is true. Except for common items like canned goods and stuff like that, usually they're about the same price. Now, as to where I noticed that a lot of these prices were going up, I also noticed that there were a lot of things missing. And what do we always say? When we see things disappear, usually they come back, but they come back at a higher price. And we're starting to see this. And the strange thing about this is we saw this same thing happen with Dollar General a little over a year ago, when we started seeing Clover Valley products go up in price. Like a 4-pound bag of sugar for $3.50 at Dollar General is absolutely absurd. I mean, yes, it's convenient, but Dollar General is supposed to be this competitive store that, competes with places like Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, some of the other dollar stores. Now, one could argue that at least Dollar General still has some dollar items, because we don't really see that at Dollar Tree, but we have been seeing some new products come into Dollar Tree. Like we saw some of those new canned good products where they're selling them for 75 cents. I haven't tried them. I know somebody was asking, I thought I said that in the video, but somebody was asking if I had tried any of those products. I have not. I think it's favorite day or something like that. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But a lot of those were 75 cents. Still arguably pretty high for a dollar store, right? When we can find these items at Walmart for, 50 cents right now for like corn and green beans, because they're on like rollback offers. They'll probably be that through the holidays. I recommend stocking up while they're on sale. We also saw the corn and green beans by Happy Harvest at Aldi on sale for 50 cents. Usually Aldi and Walmart compete pretty close to each other, and those prices on those canned goods should be the same all around the country. I know we have viewers from out in California where the same products are the same price. Right now, things like meat, dairy, cheeses, butter, things like that, beef, obviously chicken, these things could vary in price from store to store. But usually the inner things, like the spices, the canned goods, a lot of these different things will be the same price. Maybe a tad higher in some places, maybe if it's a more, I would say, rich neighborhood. But again, I'm just kind of throwing that out there because from what I've seen around the country, even in resort areas, these prices are all still the same. I've compared Walmart between the highest foot traffic in Tennessee and Pigeon Forge to Orlando, Florida, to Sarasota, Florida. All of these prices of the inner parts of the store, like canned goods, are usually the same. So, and we've been getting a lot of comments lately on a lot of different shortages as well. Now, shortages at Walmart, I can tell you right now, that has a lot to do with all of the different recalls there are so many, guys, so many. And one we're going to go into here in a minute that just went on recall the other day. There's been a lot going on the last couple of days, so I haven't really been able to cover it. But the Aldi Brie cheese, by Savencia Cheese Company. We'll go into that here in a minute. I'm going to go over that recall because it is important. And yes, thank you for everybody letting me know. As you know, this is one of my favorite Brie cheeses that I always like to buy. Thankfully, I haven't bought it in a while, but going back to the prices here for a second, we have seen some prices come down. Now, when prices come down, that usually means that, hey, this is, to me, I look at it like this. Like, this is an opportunity to stock up on these things before they go back up in price, because they most likely will. Of all the trends that we've seen over the last few years, we've seen prices come down on certain things during certain times of year, right? Whether if it's produce, and it's usually because, like harvest season, like right now, apples should be very cheap. Although, I'm not finding apples as cheap as they should be. We are at Meijer. Places like Meijer and some other places, Aldi has been, pretty even keel on, but they're never that expensive, but they're never as cheap as they should be this time of year either, if that makes sense. Anyway, I was at Kroger today, didn't see any real deals on apples, and I'm thinking to myself, here we are in the middle of apple season here, and we have no deals at Kroger on apples. However, we are finding a lot of different sales at Kroger. Found a lot. I know there were a couple of you that said there wasn't many good deals at Kroger, but I found them, and we go over them tomorrow, so much so that I may have to do a second trip this week to Kroger. There's a lot of good deals, and they're things that you guys have always been talking about on the channel, so I try to point out all of those different items. I try to focus on just those items, and then if I have a little more time toward the end of the video, I try to cover just whatever else I can, and then if it's too much, then, I'll go over it again. It's usually why our Kroger videos, when I go shopping at Kroger, they're usually shorter. Then when I go to Walmart or something, I try to cover a lot of information when I go to Walmart, because I understand that we are reaching the entire country and around the world when we do videos at Walmart. There's a lot of stuff to compare. I understand not everybody has Kroger, but, don't hold your breath on that, because it looks like this Kroger Albertson thing is slowly pushing to succession for Kroger. So, excuse me. We'll see what happens. There's a new court case that pops up every now and then with that. And we knew that was going to happen. We were talking about that. But yeah, a lot of places around the country have Kroger. And some of you may not even know it, like Harris Teeter, Dillon's, Food for Less, and many other ones. I mean, Kroger owns a lot of different stores all around the country. But the one thing that we are starting to see, and moving into a little bit about Dollar Tree now, there were a lot of questions. Okay, a lot of questions. I'm going to try and answer as many as I can. Okay, so people were talking about the $3 to $5 thing. Okay, so if it's in a toy section with the items that are going up, I have noticed that Dollar Tree is getting in a lot more toys. Okay, it makes sense. Christmas is coming up. You want the toys that people are going to buy. And yeah, they may have a $3 to $5 section, but on both ends you have $1.25 toys. Okay, now Dollar Tree is creating some confusion with kind of throwing all these numbers out here all of a sudden. Okay, if they said they were going to do that, so there's no trickery really, I guess. There's no lying. They're doing exactly what they said they were going to do. I just think it would be better if it was set up differently. We know that a lot of Family Dollar stores are closing, continuing to close. They've closed a lot around here in Cincinnati. Family Dollar's always been pretty popular around here in Cincinnati. Well, Dollar Tree is going to start implementing the product, because Dollar Tree owns Family Dollar. So they're going to start bringing in all of these different products into Dollar Tree. A lot of you around the country, as a matter of fact, I saw a couple of them on our way down 75 through Kentucky. They're big signs with Family Dollar / Dollar Tree. Like they're doubling up, I guess. I would almost rather it be like that than have a store that is just scattered all throughout to where you have to check everything every sticker, right? Because we always, there's a lot of foot traffic in Dollar Tree. A lot of people shop at Dollar Tree for many different reasons. One of them being because a lot of people can't afford some of these prices in the grocery stores. Now, mind you, prices have sort of leveled off. Some things have come down a little bit. Make no mistake, guys, these prices are still outrageous. I know I get comments like, well, you're dumbing this down some. Prices are still expensive. They're not coming down. Yeah, I agree. They're not coming down enough. But what I say is for what the regular prices are now, to get them on sale, who knows? The regular prices might be the sale next week. So I have to make that approach like, hey, look, if you buy this, sure, you could wait it out for maybe a better deal or try and find it somewhere else. But the chances of that happening are very slim as we continue to see, because how it works and how it's been working lately is we'll see products go on sale in one corner. A lot of things that people buy constantly are things that people want to stock up on. Kroger knows this. Kroger knows, this is all the brilliance in advertising. They know that you're going to want these Campbell's soup deals. They know you're going to want those pasta deals. They know you're going to want to be putting all of these things in your pantry, stocking up, prepping, stocking up, whatever you like to call it. Okay? Everybody likes a good deal, and especially in these days, a lot of people have to budget themselves out for those deals just so they know they're going to have, meals for the week. And the more and more we see these companies like Dollar General and Dollar Tree implement all these different prices, the less and less attractive that becomes to someone who is, hey, I got to get to work. I'm working 2 jobs. I can barely afford to eat. I come to Dollar Tree here so that I can get a few things. It might be on the bus line. You may not drive. There may be a lot of things at play here of why you are going to Dollar Tree. People that live day to day, check to check. Maybe you're just trying to save money. And that's a good thing. But at the same time, really, it's kind of getting to that point with Dollar Tree, Dollar General, Family Dollar, some other dollar stores. I know they used to have one out west, the 99 Center, or not 99. Is it 99 Center? I don't know. But a lot of those have closed too, from what I've heard. But in all these other places where you would expect to save money, they're getting shrinkflation is hitting a lot in these stores for like snacks and processed foods. So yeah, not the healthiest stuff, but a lot of this stuff is shrinking. The price is staying the same. So you're getting less, right? So it's like, it's getting to the point to where Dollar General and even Dollar Tree at some point is going to be maybe worse than shopping at Kroger on a regular basis, where you might as well go to Kroger and roll the dice on things you're going to be able to get good deals on and get a good amount for what you pay for. Now, I was pretty disgusted with Dollar General. I really was. I know I didn't put off that vibe in the video, but it was like, wow, this is ridiculous. Like, a lot of the name brands, which have stayed close to the prices they've all gone up, but not as much as like Clover Valley. If I was to shop at Dollar General for food, and I am on a strict budget, right? Because that's how a lot of people have to shop these days. Then you're seeing these things. You're seeing cans of Clover Valley that were normally like 3 for $2 for like $1, $1.20, $1.50. Like, it's at that point, it's like, well, okay, I could go to Kroger and save more money. I may not buy exactly what I want when I get there, but, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, because I've always been like, look, I'm not going to overpay for anything. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you have to. Like I've said before, if your meal requires it or something, sometimes you're just going to have to overpay a little bit. But for the mindset that at least I hold myself and Jessica holds herself to, it's like, look, we recognize these things every store we go to. And I think that is one thing that also upset me with Dollar Tree, is that how long before these prices start going up a little bit? Now that you've unleashed the $3, $4, $5 food items, how long is it going to be before we start seeing $1.50, $1.75, $2.25, and it turns into Family Dollar? I understand it may never go to that, and I hope it doesn't, but that looks like the direction they're going, because you're implementing these products into the aisles of the $1.25 aisle. Who knows how that'll go? But I've noticed, like, if you look at the way Dollar General is doing things, and there's at least there's ways to save a little bit of money at Dollar General. They have the digital coupons and stuff like that. If you shop at Dollar General at all, then whenever you get your receipt, there's always a $5 off $25 purchase on Saturdays, which I highly recommend. You can also do that online. You don't have to get that receipt. If you are on the digital app of Dollar General, I believe you can still do that. I know you used to be able to. It's been a while since I've done it. But you can just get that on the app, the $5 off 25, and then just go on Saturday and get your $5 off $25 purchase. That can make it worth it, but again, not as worth it as it used to be. Now, mind you, you can use that coupon on anything, not just food. Food is what we mostly cover on the channel, and food is the thing that is constantly going up in price. And I wonder how quick to come down some of these prices at like Dollar General are, like on eggs and stuff. It's like $5 for a carton of eggs. I mean, yeah, a month ago, eggs are starting to come down a little bit now, and it's like I was kind of shocked to see it that high. It was a little under $5, but I mean, it's like, come on, you know, you got and it. I know you don't have as much, you know, employee power in these stores. Sometimes you may only have a couple people working inside of Dollar General. So I understand it might take a while to get prices down, and they could be a little cheaper than that, and they might just not have changed the sticker. We have found that a lot at Dollar Tree or Dollar General in the past. Okay, but you know, it seems like they've kind of gotten it together. Don't get me wrong, too. Okay, I like Dollar General. I do. And ours is actually really beautiful, Dollar General, right? But what's missing, I saw a lot of empty shelves at Dollar General the other day, and it's like, are you not getting trucks? And the reason why I say that is because usually there will be boxes and boxes and boxes in the aisles if they're not. I didn't see any. I saw a couple, but it's like whether they may be in the back, I don't know, but it was scary empty for Dollar General. I've never seen our Dollar General that empty on food. Everything else, kind of walked around the store, only wanted to cover food, but there was plenty of toilet paper, plenty of cleaners, lots of holiday items, a lot of tools and stuff like everything else that Dollar General sells. It looked like the over-the-counter medicines were a little low, but that's always low at Dollar General and like Family Dollar. Family Dollar's always been low on medications. I just think that they're slow to get some of those things. So, I don't know. Let's take a sip of coffee here and we're going to talk about this recall. Okay, Brie cheese. That's right. My favorite Brie from Aldi is on recall. We're going to be reading from USA Today. We're just going to kind of go over some of this. I'm not going to go over the UPC codes or anything. This article is all over the internet, though. You could literally Google Brie cheese recall, and it just comes up everywhere. And one of the main focus here is at Aldi. USA Today says Savencia cheese recalls Brie cheeses sold at Aldi Market Basket after listeria concerns. That's another thing, guys. This is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. How many products are being recalled because of listeria? I mean, this is just either it's been a problem for a while and they've gotten really great at testing for these things, and I really don't even want to say that because it's like, well, if they were really great at testing, how did it get out in the first place? How is it out here among the masses and, you know, now it's on recall? I understand accidents happen and everything. These things are big accidents that I just don't get it. I don't get it anymore. It's like it's happening way too much. Way too much. Okay, they go on to say, an American cheese company voluntarily recalled a select batch of ripened cheeses, all Brie, over potential listeria concerns over the weekend. I think it was Saturday. 6 different kinds of Brie manufactured at a Savencia Cheese USA facility may have been contaminated with listeria, a bacterium known to cause foodborne illness, according to a Saturday notice from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. The bacterium was identified in the processing equipment at the manufacturing plant as a result of routine testing conducted. The cheese had, quote, limited regional distribution, end quote. I think it was a lot of states, though. In select stores across the country. But the few retailers that did receive the products were in the process of pulling them from the shelves. So, looks like they were starting to go up and then pulled them down, which, that kind of tells me that, well, maybe they were on it here, okay? They were moving quick. I have a lot of trust with Aldi. I have grown to really love Aldi over the years, and you guys... Now, mind you, this is a product coming from a different company, so this isn't Aldi's fault at all. However, I know that they are very particular about these kind of things. Any kind of recalls or anything, they stop what they're doing and it gets done. Right? We've had a lot of our viewers who have mentioned these things over the last couple of years, and so that tells me that it's not just our Aldi. A lot of Aldis are like this. Anyway, Aldi and Market Basket are among the select retailers impacted by the Savencia recall, according to the FDA. The states impacted include Indiana, Missouri, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Texas, Iowa, New Jersey, California, Oregon, Colorado, Washington, and Illinois. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 states. And they said regional. That's a pretty big region. From, let's see, I guess as far east as Connecticut to as far west as California and Oregon. It's all over the place. Anyway, quote, consumers that have any of the recalled products listed in the table above should refrain from consuming them and return them to their place of purchase for a full refund, the FDA said, end quote. Yes, that's nice. They don't say throw it away. Go get your money back. Get your money. Plus, that's Supreme or Emporium Brie, I think it's called, at Aldi. The one I always get, the one I always point out, that went up in price. Let's see. According to the FDA, there has been no confirmed reports of illness or death due from the consumption of the recalled products. Savencia Cheese USA initiated the voluntary recall in the hopes of retrieving the potentially affected product, which has not yet been identified. Savencia Cheese USA did not immediately respond to USA Today's request for specifics about regions and locations affected by the voluntary recall. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Savencia cheese name expiration date. We will go. Okay, so I think all of these have an expiration date of December 24th, 2024. I was reading this the other day. I remembered Christmas Eve, but let's go on through this. Savencia cheese name expiration date. The best way to check whether or not the Brie purchase was voluntarily recalled is to check the best buy date and the UPC, or universal product codes for each product. All of the Brie cheeses recalled, all of the Brie cheeses recalled have a best buy date of December 24th, 2024, but the UPC will vary with each product. Okay, and I can't go over all the different UPC codes, but again, this is all over the internet. You can check the FDA website for the Brie cheese recalls. Like I said, we are on USA Today. You can Google Brie cheese recall, USA Today. This article will pop right up. Okay, so it is the Emporium Select Brie 12/8 ounces Brie with 2 different UPC codes. And again, these all have the best if used by dates of December 24th, 2024. And I'll tell you what, I will do a quick... That's what it looks like. Okay, you can see those UPC codes right there. You want to hit pause. But that's the Brie cheese, as most of you know, the one I like. Okay, so another popular one here is the Supreme Oval. Okay, this is 7 ounces, 6/7 ounces with these UPC codes, and that is what it looks like. I like they put pictures on here. Okay, the Le Bon V Brie. This one right here. That little guy. And that is the 6/8 ounces. I assume that means 6 to 8 ounces. I guess this one here specifically looks like 8 ounces. Excuse me. And then we have the Le Bon V Camembert. Camembert. I know people always correct me on that. I am terrible with pronunciation. I can remember numbers like nobody's business, but when it comes to pronunciation, go ahead. Just let me know down in the comments. Camembert. Looks like Camembert. But that's the Le Bon V Camembert. That one is on recall. Again, here's the 12 backslash. Wait a minute. No, that is the 6. The 6 backslash 8 ounces. And then we have the 12 backslash 8 ounces of industrial Brie. It's kind of weird how they have this set up. Industrial Brie with this UPC code. It's funny, they don't have the UPC codes on the other one. You might have to find that on the USDA website for the Le Bon. But here is the industrial Brie plain 60%. This can't be right. That's not right. They have some weird date on here. It says 2022. So that must be something different. Here's the Market Basket Brie 6 backslash 8 ounces with the different UPC codes on here. And here's the Market Basket one there. Right there. That's what that looks like. Okay. Those are the ones affected. Savencia Cheese USA customers can contact Consumer Relations by phone number at 1-800-322-2743 or via email at sc.customer.service@savencia.com with any questions or concerns about the recall. And then they just go on to talk about all of the different problems with Listeria and what it causes and different symptoms, right? So, I mean, you know, we've gone over this a lot. I'm not going to keep repeating all the different symptoms and everything. Again, you can read through this article yourself. It's crazy, guys. This is just nuts. It really is. I mean, I just don't, it's hard to keep up with it all. And I'm sure there's more recalls. You know, let us know down in the comments. You know, if you happen to see any, thank you to everyone who has been bringing these up so that we can talk about them. You know, the faster we get this information out here, the faster you can get it out of your fridge. Get that out of there. Get your money back. You know, I mean, it's just, and Aldi, I know Aldi is really good with giving you your money back. I mean, I've heard stories. I've never gone, I keep all my receipts for a while, for a long time. Especially since all of these recalls have started popping up everywhere. I recommend you do the same. You know, a lot of different things have been on recall for Listeria, and I know we go over these a lot, but you talk about boar's head, right? 7 million pounds. 7 million pounds, and haven't heard anything lately, but let's not forget 10 deaths. 10 deaths scattered across a few states from Listeria with the boar's head meats. 59 hospitalizations with who knows how many hundreds of people that got sick from it. You know, we have the Treehouse Foods with the Listeria in the waffles. We've gone over all of this. Tons of store brand waffles. I was at Dollar General, right? Their Clover Valley, gone. That was affected. And luckily, I didn't see any. I actually pointed that out in the video. People keep mentioning Eggos. Eggos is not part of the... at least as of right now, on November 6, 2024, it's not on the list. I keep checking. I check these every day, guys. I make sure that anything we talk about, I try to give updates on this stuff, you know, as I can. And yeah, let's not forget about Bruce Pack, which seems like that is the reason why Walmart looks like a desert in the front. With all the different salad kits and all that stuff, still gone. Still gone. A lot of people still talking about a lot of different frozen products that Bruce Pack had used with the ready-to-eat meats, 11.8 million pounds. A lot of different stores are affected by this. Big one, Walmart, and scattered all throughout. I mean, it looks like Meijer, Target, Good and Gather brand. All of these, so many different products. And that's included with waffles too. So, you know, you have the waffle recall, you have the Bruce Pack recall, you have whatever's left of Boar's Head, which I'll be honest with you, it doesn't look like, I'm seeing full, I don't know what you guys are seeing, but I'm seeing full cases of Boar's Head meats. Now, I haven't been looking for liverwurst because I think that is the one that they had said that was the cause of it all. But all the cross-contamination through cutting and all that stuff, there were a lot of products involved that were on recall. I don't know, guys, we really got to keep our heads on a swivel these days, but I'll tell you what, keep stocking up on the sales as you see them. Make sure you keep your receipts in case said products go on recall by chance. I mean, we really got to dot all our I's and cross all our T's these days, but I will continue to keep you updated on all this information. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.